jolly good. Hold on, just need to that's better. Whew. Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clank Zoka. Welcome to another My Thoughts On. Today, I'll be talking about Facebook. No, wait. Sorry. The Social Network, directed by David Fincher. You know, David Fincher, director of Seven, Gone Girl, recently Mank, Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, Curious Case of Benjamin Button. You know, David Fincher. David Fincher. Yeah, David Fincher. I'm not a big fan of his stuff. I've seen Seven, which I quite liked. Mank, I didn't get into. I'll be very honest with you. So I was in a charity shop just before I finished college, and I stumbled upon, wait for it, a DVD in a charity shop of The Social Network, and I thought, The Social Network, yeah, the Jesse Eisenberg and all those guys. I heard it was really good, won some Oscars. It's about Facebook. I thought, yeah, okay, I'll pick it up and, give it a watch. So, yeah, I did, and I read more and more into it. It won 3 Oscars, which is, pretty cool. It won 4, let me read them out, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Film Editing, and Best Score. Oh, and also got nominated for Best Picture. Jesse Eisenberg got nominated as well, and David Fincher. So it was a big contender, I can tell you that. So, what is The Social Network about? Well, it's the story of billionaire Facebook creator Mark Zuckerberg, played by Jesse Eisenberg. It's the story of him and Facebook. Well, I mean, there's more to that, but that's the basic premise. So he creates this site, Facebook, with his best friend, Waldo, I can't pronounce his second name, played by Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man, I must add. They create this site called Facebook where you can, do I even need to say what you have to do? Send friend requests and also talk to people and post posts. Anyways, there are actually 2 kind of stories going on, but they're all linked in one way or another. Yeah. So you got one story that's all about Mark and his Facebook story, and him going from just some nerdy tech person to a huge billionaire with Facebook, and he shares credit with Waldo, and then it gets bigger and bigger. But then there's another side to it where 2 brothers played by Armie Hammer, which I did not know he was in, who want to sue him for stealing the company idea. It was originally from them. And you know where this is going. They're going to, ask questions to them, and they're going to, come up and, well, maybe not come up, but just tell them their side of the story in a way. And that's pretty much it. So with this movie, it's exactly what you think in terms of a biography. I've been reviewing some biography films this week. Weird. And pretty much like the other 2, the text at the end pretty much tells you like what happened after the film ends. So this film tells you that Mark Zuckerberg is the youngest billionaire and all that. It's common. So comparing this film to Mank, I can tell you that this film wasn't boring. It was very interesting. I can't say it's accurate because I do not know the full story about Facebook, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. You get who Mark Zuckerberg is as a person, but in this film you also get him as who he was back in, when was this, 2003, 2004, something like that. And the character of Mark and how he's portrayed, he's like a nerdy, fast, kind of emotionless geek nerd. And Jesse Eisenberg's performance, at first, it didn't quite click with me. It didn't, it got a little bit annoying, but I eventually got used to it because I like the guy. I think he's funny, but he's also just a bit, I don't know, his acting skills and his fast voice is a bit too nerdy and awkward. He's like Michael Cera, but just kind of, eh. I mean, I liked him in Zombie Hunter and the two Rio movies, and, he's not a bad actor. He's kind of perfect, really. I guess his voice is not bad for bloody Mark Zuckerberg. Andrew Garfield has proven once again to be a very, very good actor, very dramatic, works really well here. Justin Timberlake is quite funny, and he's also douchey as well. You've also got some very recognisable actors. You've got Rooney Mara, who you may know as the wife of Joaquin Phoenix, Joseph Mazzello as well from Jurassic Park and Bohemian Rhapsody, Rosita Jones, Armie Hammer, of course, and a small cameo from Dakota Johnson and also Brenda Song too. And they all do great jobs, but the main three actors are pretty great. And I can see why Mark Zuckerberg. I can see why Jesse Zuckerberg, Mark Eisenberg. Okay, anyways, but I can see why he got nominated. He's very, very good. It's good writing as well. It's very interesting. You learn more about Mark Zuckerberg as a person, and I don't know if he saw the film when it came out. I assume people ask him about the film, and he probably has replied to them saying what he thought of it. However, the strongest point of the movie, at least for me, is actually the music by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, who did the music for Mank, Fincher's other film, and Soul, which I think won the Oscar for. I think they both got the Oscar from that movie. Yes, they did, and it's well deserved. The music stands out as being retro and nostalgic. And speaking of which, the film's feel and atmosphere is nostalgic. They use really old computers, phones, flip phones. They mention MySpace and all that. Twitter wasn't a thing at the time, obviously. It's a really interesting movie, and I will warn you, it's a very talky movie, so you might get bored. This film did not bore me in the slightest. I was interested. It was very I was invested in what was going on. It was interesting. You kind of want to see how it would end, and the film at times it gets intense, and it also gets super dramatic, but different from how I can imagine it, Do I have any issues? I have a couple. I liked Eisenberg's performance, but sometimes he can be a little bit too. He can act a little bit too like a narcissistic asshole. A little bit like me, but not as much as Jesse. And I mean, he's great as being the awkward, fast nerd, but here, he's great, but he's also a little bit. He goes a little bit to what's the word? He acts like a dick sometimes, and I don't know if that's how. I guess he portrayed the personality of Mark well. I guess. But Andrew Garfield, I think, is the best performance here, and Justin Timberlake is also pretty great. But it's just Jesse Eisenberg's a bit. Yeah. And the other one is that there were a few times in the film where there was a little too much going on for me to go, wait, what? Sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Few times. Most of it I pretty much understood. So, yeah, The Social Network, I think, is a great movie. Probably my favourite David Fincher movie, but I've not seen all of them, so who knows. It's not a perfect movie, but pretty great. Solid acting. Visually the movie looks great. I love any film that looks like, that has that early 2000s look, and it looks amazing too. Nostalgic to look at too. Story's very interesting, and you do learn more and more about Mark Zuckerberg as a person. Also, good music too, very well directed, and it looks like everyone was really enjoying making the film. And I'm just more than curious as to think what Mark Zuckerberg thought of it. Did it deserve those Oscars? I think so. Best Picture. I don't know which film won Best Picture that year. I'm not sure, but comparing this to like Inception I think is better, and Toy Story 3, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, King's Speech. I just forgot they both came out within the same year. It's not as good as those, but still a solid, great, nice drama, interesting, and you learn more about Facebook and all that. Yeah. So there you go. I'd probably give it an 8.7 out of 10. Great movie, don't get me wrong, but a couple of things that just make it very hard to follow, and Jesse Eisenberg, I don't know, he's a little bit too nerdy sometimes, but does it well, so I can't argue that with that, There you go. Today, the Loud House movie came out, and in the US, Paw Patrol the movie. It came out last week on Monday. Don't know why, but there you go. I'll be talking about the Loud House movie tomorrow, and then Paw Patrol the movie on Sunday. So, if you have seen The Social Network, what do you think about it? Is it good, bad, decent? Do you want to see it? Let me know below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And until next time, bye for now.